Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel
Hello
slow, you
viewers,
can still.
welcome to this channel. I'm DeFi Group coming to you live with updates in DeFi, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and passive income. In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to spot a scammer and how to avoid them when using the Digital Exchange Center. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. Whenever I make a new video, you'll be the first to receive the video. YM today is sitting at 17K. Okay, it's sitting at 17K and it's still going up when the rest of the market is down. That's a real store of value in the crypto space. So YM, it is a real store of value, as you all witness. It's going up every day. Okay, with no further ado, let me dive straight into our topic, which is the tips we are going to share today together. Remember, these tips works mostly to people using private offers. And here we go, how to spot scammers. Okay, when talking with people on social media or other places, here are some tips to spot possible scammers when you hear the odd requests, like if the person says just release the YM, I promise to pay afterwards, watch out, they must be scammer. If the person says send me a screenshot of the offer you created, don't do that, they must be scammers. If the person says anything that makes you uncomfortable, emotional, or otherwise is odd-putting, just know you are dealing with a scammer. If the person offers unreasonably low prices for YM, okay, watch out. If the person gets unreasonably angry with you over slightest challenge, watch out, they might be scammer. Okay, all the above tips, there are 4 tips, 5. The tips above do not mean that every situation will be a scammer. However, you should be mindful in those cases so that you avoid getting scammed. Remember, do not accept any excuses for asking you to send the YM before you are paid. Scammers will try to play on your feelings, your financial situation, your faith, and other number of excuses or attempts to coerce you. The YM is put into an escrow as soon as you make the sell offer. You get paid first, then you complete the sell by releasing the YM to mark it paid. And then the YM is released, the sell is released, and the sale is complete. That's the process. So guys, you have to be careful, because right now the YM ecosystem is going parabolic. People are starting, other people are starting getting interest into YM, okay, because of the developments taking place. So guys, with YM, you have to be very careful. Remember, you are on the secure network. That is good. We are in the secure network. We are using a private blockchain where YM cannot be transferred outside our blockchain. Okay, outside the YM chain. That is very, very fantastic. It gives you a guarantee that your YM will not be taken from your wallet. Maybe if you have shared your PIN, your password, and the PerNum, okay? But if you haven't shared your things with other people, you don't expect any attack on your PerNum, okay? So these are the tips to avoid being scammed. So we are up here seeing some tips on how to spot and how to identify a scammer. So we are going to see how you can avoid them. First, understand the security of this and the safety measures in place at the Digital Exchange Center. That's what you need to first do. You must be verified with Safe Ident to use the services at the Digital Exchange Center. When logging it at DEC, that's the Digital Exchange Center, if not verified with Safe Ident, can only log out of this Safe Ident. There are no other options. That means you will not do any transaction at the Digital Exchange Center if at all you are not verified by Safe Ident. So this is the Safe Ident. This is the Safe Ident. Okay. So this is the Safe Ident where you need to be verified from. Okay, to do any transaction in the YAM ecosystem. So these guys, they are so much in security, okay? They are so much in cybersecurity. They want to fit in the existing financial system by improving it. So that's why you need to do the KYC to use YAM, okay? Which is the opposite of the other cryptocurrencies. They are proud of being decentralized, which is really being opposed by governments and authorities all over the world. Okay, so let's go back to our tips on how to avoid scammers. Okay, the easy way to see safe ident status is to log in at safeident.com, the one I showed you. Your PerNum and status show right on the safe ident homepage. No offers can be seen and no offers can be accepted, created, purchased without being verified with safe ident first. And the second point, all offers must be accepted in order for the YAM to be released. Okay, when someone asks you to release YAM before accepting, YAM cannot be released. The offer must be accepted first. So if they cannot accept the offer, you cannot release the YAM. Simple like that. The third point, the best policy to have your own agreement signed and in writing separately. Here we are dealing with people who are using the private offer and using private transaction. Because when you're doing a private offer, there are two options. You can use escrow service or you can use a private transaction. So all of these tips works most for these people who are using private transactions outside the digital exchange center. So you need to be very careful here. So this is the third. The best policy is to have your own agreement signed and in writing separately first. Be sure to include your name, address, details, etc. for both parties in the written agreement. That way, if something does not happen the way you expect, you have an agreement you can use to seek other solutions as needed. And the fourth point, for maximum security, only make private offers with people you know, okay? For people that you do not know well, make them use the escrow payment service to make their payment to you. So that's what I told you above. You have to use the escrow payment if you are not sure of the person you are doing transaction with. If you are sure, you can use the private transaction. Okay, but it is safer to use the escrow service. I'm going to show you how to use the escrow service and the private transaction on the digital exchange center. You are guaranteed to receive the USDT when they make their payment via the escrow service. Here, the transaction cannot happen until you receive your USDT. When you release your YAM, you receive your USDT and the transaction is done. So you can sell the USDT and receive the funds to your bank account after the sale is complete or spent it otherwise. Okay, so this is the easiest way to use the escrow service. So if you're using the private transaction, and I know majority of the people are using the private transaction, you need to be very careful. You take these tips seriously. And remember, when you're selling your USD, after receiving your USDD, remember this is a stable coin. There's a minimum required to submit to sell. If you want to sell USDD, the minimum is 100 USDD. And most importantly, only do transactions with those people you trust. And if you don't trust them fully, then make them use the escrow payment option and don't transact with them. Remember to always exchange responsibly. So guys, these are the tips I wanted to share with you guys. They were shared to the community from the Unicorn Network because they realized that many people are facing challenges. They are being scammed. Reason being, people are getting interested into the YAM world. People are coming into the YAM world because people outside there are frustrated by other cryptos. Okay, they are down right now 70-80%. So people are frustrated there. They are looking for a crypto where they can store their money. And this is the promise in crypto because it is always going up. So let me show you how to sell EM on private offer. So when you come to sell EM, you click sell EM, then it will bring you to this page. When you reach here, you either choose private or public. Here, in this case, we are using private. You enter the person's PerNum where you want to sell your EM. Okay. Then the reference you can enter any. Let me enter phone. Then you click next. Here you enter the amount. For example, 0.1. When you enter the amount here, and you click next. Okay. Then when you click next, this is the place where you need to be very, very careful. There are two places. There are two options here: escrow service and private transactions. So escrow service, this is the service where you do transactions when they are safe. Okay. The moment you release your EM, you receive USDT automatically to your wallet. Okay. So this is the best solution. And when you're using private transaction, so this is another option when you are using a private offer, selling EM on a private offer. You can use escrow service or private transaction. Private transaction, you are doing, you are transferring your EM, but you are doing transactions outside the digital exchange center. Okay, for example, if you are selling a EM to someone, you use this system to sell EM, but when you are receiving your funds, you receive your funds outside the system. Okay, that is what they mean by private transaction. So when you receive your funds outside the system, it will be really hard for you to trust the person. That's why they are always telling you to use the escrow service to avoid all those mistakes and to avoid losing your fund, your EM, because you may offer your EM to someone and that person fails to pay you. So that's why they are insisting on using the escrow service. Okay. So when using the escrow service, the other party, the buyer, would need to first buy USDT. After buying USDT into his wallet, then he will be able to accept your offer, and USDT will be transferred. Will be transferred to your wallet. Okay. Basically, that's the information I wanted to share with you today about the digital exchange center. So people who want to buy EM, you can use this exchange. Is also working very well. This exchange is working very well, but there is no OTC on this exchange. You can use USD, you can use BTC, EM, USD, but there's no way you can use OTC. So when you want to use OTC, you use this exchange, the digital exchange center. So there are only two places where you can get EM. Yeah, you can buy it here, or you can buy it from the EM exchange. Don't get scammed outside the EM world. Okay, people are starting to realize the importance of EM. So guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And thank you so much for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I make a video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.